Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We are the United States of the world, and we're on a mission to manage poverty. We are little over 5 years old, been putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We are now expanding our economy to improve our treasury, benefit all our citizens because they all hold our currency. They receive it all free from us every month. Anybody can become a citizen. There's no fee, there's no obligation, and you just come along and register, and that's it. There's plenty that you can get involved in if you want to, but it's totally at your option. We have a little affirmation that helps us with a non-separatist ideology that we have. That means we don't put people into different groups based on what they look like, what the gender is, how much money they've got, or anything else. We simply see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community, all of equal value to our community. And we'll have that affirmation in a moment after our opening prayer, which is there to help us find true happiness in life. Doesn't everybody want to be happy? Everything we do, if you think about it, we do because we think it is going to make us happier. So true happiness comes not from buying the things that you think you want, or getting a present, or having a relationship. No, that is pleasure. That is more short term. It needs to be renewed all the time, or changed, because no matter what you've got, after a while it becomes stale and you want something new. But true happiness is that ever new joy that you wake up with, you go to bed with, and it's with you all through the day. Contentment, calm, peace, joy within, true happiness. And that is something that everybody seeks, but you can't buy that. You can only earn it through loving service to other people. And that is what our little prayer is about. The great thing about being of loving service to others is not only does it bring you that happiness, true happiness, but it also attracts into your life everything that you want and need. So we're going to get started with that little prayer and affirmation, but let me welcome you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. We stream live into YouTube and Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly, and those are always there as recordings so that you can watch at a time more convenient for you if 7 p.m. London time doesn't fit into your schedule. Okay, so with that said, let's get started now with that little prayer and affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date with what's been happening today. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service, and through service, attract true happiness and everything they need into their life. Amen. Our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, let's have a look who's in. You can see a few people here in our link, and Peter was here, but I know his internet connection doesn't do well streaming on the in the app here, so he's probably had to go to YouTube. But there's me. I'm located in Cornwall in England. We've got Gary, who's in St Albans in England. We've got Maya, who's in Hampshire in England. We've got Norman, who's in Doncaster in England. We've got Richard, who's in Devon. Richard, who's in Devon in England. So a lot of people from England, But we've got Lewis here, who is in Lisbon in Portugal. And let's just have a look and see if we've got people in on YouTube and things. We got Ron in from Holland, Amsterdam, Kim from Cork in Ireland, Ramachandra from Watford in England, Derek from Nigeria. He's got a question, I think. I'll get to that in a moment. What else? There's something else. Oh yeah, as I say, Peter was in here. Now, it may be that he's still got the connection and can hear what's going on, but he's not showing up on the screen, or he may have gone to YouTube or Facebook to watch the streaming there. And he's from the Cameroon, and is with us nearly every day. So let me give you the numbers before I forget to do that. In the last 24 hours, we had an increase of 4 in the 777 plan to 45,274 members in there. We had an increase of 9 in our registered members to 53,643. An increase of 16 in our active members to 3,568. No change in the Sharehope Powerline Plan Pro members. That stays at 785. No change in the Easy Team Builder, still at 1,116. The Success Blueprint down by 2 to 41. And the Easy Team Builder up by 21 to 731. So that's what's been going on, generally speaking, in the last 24 hours. More specifically, we'll get on to what's been happening with the development. Vishal has been working. Let me check. I think there's only a couple of things he's got to do now. We did discuss it, but let me check so that I know I'm getting the right information. I forget what's been going on. There we go. Yeah, he's only half completed the purchase of the plans through Woo Payments, and that needs to be synced. He's pretty much finished all the commissions, the matrices, the adding people in, the taking people out if they don't pay, the referral commissions and matching bonus payments, all that is completed. So there's not an awful lot left for him to do. We do want to allow you to receive a payout through crypto if you choose. So that will be implemented, but it won't stop us launching. So he's done really, really well. What day are we on? Tuesday. I think we'll probably have it all finished by tomorrow. That doesn't mean we'll be launching it tomorrow. It means that we'll perhaps, if all goes well, get it loaded onto the server for testing in a more rigorous environment. So that's Vishal. Devyani has been working on the MAL front end. It's almost complete, and it should be, well, the remaining part will be completed tomorrow, be uploaded to the server for testing. So we'll be testing that tomorrow. So that's the MAL getting up there as well. I've been doing some work on the Fun Miracles website. Not much that you would notice. I did start on the what's it called? The information, I think it's called, page. But I ran into a couple of things that I have referred back to the team for the development. And I've not had a response from them on that yet. Should get that tomorrow morning. Most of the things are cosmetic. There's a couple of things that I really need to be provided. There shouldn't be big issues, but we'll never know until we get started on it. Okay. Now, Devyani and I also, later on this afternoon, we were working on the withdrawals. They have been activated again. I'm not quite sure how much fund we've got in the little account that we have for the withdrawals there. So I'm going to have to check that. But it is open again now. But if it runs out of funds before I get round to transferring more in tomorrow, then it does, and you'll have to resubmit after I've transferred the funds tomorrow. Okay. I think there might be enough in there anyway. I can't remember what the numbers are. Okay, so there you go. So that is available. They are open. What else? I've not messaged the members about the funds there or the withdrawals because because it was pretty late when we got it done. So it'll be tomorrow, and I'll be explaining that your withdrawals are limited to your income that you've created since the 1st of July at the moment, because what we've got to do is we've got to replace that money that we lost. And so the older income that you've generated that's not been withdrawn or whatever, that is going to gradually will be moving the date back. So it's 1st of July. Anything created from the 1st of July, you can pull out now. And then as we build our reserves back up, well, they're not reserves really, they're just build up the value of the outstanding funds in the available cash wallet. We build that back up to where it should be. We'll gradually move it back. So it'll be sometime in June, depending on how much there is in the last week of June or the last couple of weeks in June and how much we've got. We'll just move it back continuously as we get more funds to take in more of those payments that are more historical. But anybody that's making money today, you can withdraw it today, okay? I see we've got Buzina in from Slovenia. We've got Nankiep in from Nigeria. Peter's back in our link, but he's also on YouTube. Yeah, I think his internet connection struggles with the R-Link connection. But he's there, and I did mention that he was here and from the Cameroon. We've got Buzina also from Edinburgh in Scotland. And we got this question from Derek. Today's restriction on the withdrawals is totally unfair to the honest members. With the 1st of July restrictions, it means I can't make any withdrawal now. It's totally unfair. I'm sorry if you think it's unfair. Make money now, and you can withdraw that immediately. That's the only thing we can do. Every honest member is affected. It's not just you, and most of our members are honest. The alternative is to not allow any withdrawals because there aren't the funds there to cover historical income. We will allow historical as we build the funds. I've just been through that, and that is the only way that we can do it. But get out there, make some money now. Get out there and earn some income now. You can withdraw that straight away. Okay. Right. I think that's covered the updates actually. And once we get the withdrawals properly working and checked and everything and going tomorrow, then I don't know whether we'll do it tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, we'll start on the random withdrawals. We'll be phasing them in slowly. So we'll start getting a few people some random withdrawals as well. Probably starting with one a week, and then once again, it depends on the activity and the income that is generated within our system and the income that is generated for us with outside of our system that we manage to generate, and we take all of that into consideration. We can only pay out what we have. Okay. Gary says the leads. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I created a capture page for. We already had a splash page. If you want both of them, if you follow the capture page through, or when you get into Lead Sleep, I think it will show you which capture page it is. If not, you might have to log into the lead capture page and it'll take you to the splash page and you'll be able to get that one as well. Or you can link it directly into your We Share Abundance account page. You can do what you want with it, but it's there for you. And it does work pretty well. I've tested it and it gets pretty good results. Okay, so it's there. I just sent that out into your internal messenger, a very brief email or message. Just, I think it's only got the link in there, nothing else. Okay, so thank you for your appreciation there, Gary. It's up to you guys. You know, you can use it. Of course, you can change it. You can edit it as well as you set it up. Lead Sleep, of course, is free until you have a need to pay, and when you do, it's only $23 or $25 a month. I think once you get over 500 subscribers in your email list, I think then you've got to upgrade. I can't remember what else you would need to upgrade for, but it's a very solid program. It's got some good training, and of course it is a way to generate traffic. I had somebody talking to me today saying that they've been using traffic exchanges and not getting much results, and I'm not surprised because traffic exchanges are notoriously bad for getting leads. You know, most people that get on traffic exchanges are people that have no money, and they've got a program that they want to promote, and so they've got that and they're promoting it on the traffic exchange, and they'll click a few links or ads or whatever they are to get themselves credits so that their page displays, and they're not really interested in whatever comes up. They're just watching the timer. Can I get on to the next one? Yeah. How many can I get through clicking? And they just click, 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 click. They're not really noticing what's coming up. They're not interested. You've got to have something really dynamic and somebody that is open to generate any referrals from a traffic exchange. It isn't the best place to, well, it's somewhere if you've got no money and you don't really know what you're doing and you want to do something rather than nothing. It's better than doing nothing, but only just. And it will take you quite a bit of time to click on those links. Most traffic exchanges have an option as well where you can buy clicks rather than even clicking on somebody else's page. And a lot of the people that would be better prospects that can afford to pay for that do, and so they're never going to see your page because they're not clicking on pages to get the credits for their page. They're just buying them. So the best prospects don't ever see your page, and the ones that are really not the best prospects are the ones that see it but are not really interested in it. So traffic exchanges, yeah, better than doing nothing, but only just. But it does get you sort of motivated into doing something every day. If you are not, I mean, I wouldn't recommend that you bought credits on a traffic exchange. You'd be far better buying solo ad or something like that. So there you go. Solo ads are probably the easiest and best for most beginners. There are programs. There's one that we had a look at and we joined and things. Sparky AI says it does everything for you and everything like that. Now I enrolled as me and I promoted it, and yeah, I made enough money to make it worthwhile. But I also set up an account in my wife's name where she did nothing, which is what they say, you can do nothing and we'll get you all the leads and everything else. And she now has, after what, about 6 months or more, a couple of hundred leads. Very, very difficult to contact them through their system, but you can download them if you have somewhere that you can load those leads. You won't be able to load them into most autoresponders because they're very cagey about where you load things. It's like buying a list of opportunity seekers, and you can get a list of thousands of them, sometimes millions, for a few dollars. And there's no way that the autoresponder companies will accept those. They won't let you load them. And if you do load them somehow, once they see that they're going out and they're getting bounces and they're getting hardly anybody opening anything, they're going to restrict your account or possibly close it. Now, as I say, the account that I opened in that Sparky thing for Laura, it was a test account, really. It's just in Laura's name. Then there's about 200 leads. I have downloaded them, but I've not contacted them yet. I don't expect them to do very well. I haven't yet replaced the mailing program that I had that we lost when we lost all our websites and things. I lost about 300,000 leads as well at that time with that program, that were in that program. So it wasn't a good thing for anybody in any way when we lost all those websites and things. But I will be setting up that mailing system again, and I'll try these leads from Sparky and see how they go on. But they're very slow coming in, and there's no income coming in. And I think there's only one out of the 200 and something leads that has even joined, but joined free. So the success rate for these done for you systems is negligible, whether it's driven by AI or anything else. There's a few AI systems I've tested, and in honesty, none of them work unless you do. They are a little bit of an extra catch for you to get people, but it's a little bit dishonest in a way, because all these AI systems are saying, oh, you know, you don't have to do anything. AI is going to do it all for you, you know, and it isn't. That's the truth. It'll help in some areas. It can help. It can answer basic questions. It can communicate and get, you know, some things done. It can help you write emails. I seldom use it, but I have played with it on occasions. Say, write me an email about this, and boom, it'll write you an email, and then you can use it as it is, or you can knock it around, but it'll give you, you know, so there are things like that you can do, and you can do them free using the different platforms. There's one on here, what's it called? Copilot. There's the original was, I think, ChatGPT from Google, but there's loads of them now. And you can create images, you can do all sorts of things. So I'm not saying that AI isn't useful, but it won't build your business for you. The only person that's going to do that is you. I can't do it. Your sponsor can't do it. Your downline can't do it for you. AI can't do it for you. No system is going to do it for you. There are still plans out there that say, join us, we'll get you your 2 paid people, and we'll get them their 2 paid people, and everybody's going to make a fortune, and it doesn't work. So if you want to be successful, you're going to have to open your eyes to the reality of being responsible yourself for your own future, your own success. In honesty, if you were to genuinely, seriously put in 3 months solid work for 2 to 3 hours a day, maybe less, in doing the things that people don't want to do, which is contacting people, speaking to them, whether you do it by phone, whether you do it by email, whether you do it by video, you've got to make that contact with people. You've got to build that relationship, and nothing other than you can do that. Like I say, there are things that can help you in different areas, but nothing other than you can build that relationship with people. And if you don't build those relationships, you're not going to make money. That is the bottom line, and that is the truth. Okay. One of the reasons I have a group in our community, which we are going to make it as easy as possible for people to position themselves, brand themselves, and so help build those relationships. But we get people applying that haven't even got a picture of themselves in the app, and I'm not just, you know, they're just getting discarded without me going any further. If you can't put up a picture of yourself, you're not going to build a relationship with people. People buy people. You can't be anonymous, you can't be hidden, you can't be hiding. You've got to be out there in front. All the people making lots of money, right out there, they're up front. And one thing they have in common is they will claim to outwork anybody else. In other words, they'll put in the hard yards for the rewards. And most people aren't prepared to do that. So you've got to be out there, you've got to be obvious, you've got to build your brand, you've got to build those relationships with people, and you don't need an army of people. You've got to build relationships with the right people. The right people will build relationships with the right people. And gradually you'll have a group of the right people, rather than what we have, generally speaking, in We Share Abundance, which is 50-odd thousand members of the wrong, and they're all the wrong people. I'm saying that in the nicest possible way. They are people, and it's our fault, my fault, because when we started out, I wanted to have something where anybody could join for a small fee and make a recurring income without doing any work. And I'd been trying to do it for so long, and it didn't work. It worked initially because we couldn't pay everybody because we couldn't handle the KYCs, but what it in fact turned out being was it was a Ponzi, and it wasn't set up to be a Ponzi. It wasn't designed as a Ponzi. We didn't want it to be a Ponzi, but that's what it was, and that isn't sustainable. It won't work. I have, after well over 20 years of trying to do it the other way, decided that it isn't possible, and I am focused now on helping the people that want to help themselves. I can't. We'll do everything we can for everybody else, but you've got a program like the 777 plan. Nobody has to do very much in there, but you have to fill in. You have to just find somebody that'll take a free position. They don't have to go out and get people, but it's better if they do. But they have to find people to fill their free positions. That's all anybody has to do to make that plan run like crazy. But most people won't even do that. And so the plan is operating based on the system being able to position people in place of the people that won't do it, you know. And so most of the people we have in that plan, 40-odd thousand or whatever it was, over 45,000 members in there. The majority of those have come from our pool of people that we've placed into those free positions because other people wouldn't do it. And of course, when you run out of the pool, we haven't got that pool anymore. And that pool is only replenished when people bring in somebody new into We Share Abundance that completes their KYC. Now, after 7 days, if you haven't got them into your downline, they go into the pool and can be allocated by the system. But when you see that we're bringing in, how many? 9 people today. 9 people. How many of them will do their KYC? Maybe 5. So it means in 7 days, there'll be 5 people that would be eligible for placement in the 777 plan. But maybe some of the sponsors of those 5 people are cute enough to say, oh, look, I'll pay you in if you haven't got the money, because they know it's only going to cost them $1 and it's going to build their business, because they're going to pay somebody in at $5, they're going to get $4 back. But if that doesn't happen, if they don't upgrade or get paid forward, then there'll be 5 people in a week's time that the system can place into those free positions. And so it's just the majority of people won't do anything to generate their own income, to change their life. Many of them, many of them have jobs where they work for somebody, they're told what to do and they get paid at the end, and they're trading time there. Now, if they were to really put their mind to it for a couple of hours a day for 3 months, they would never need to work for anybody else again. But they won't do it because it's stepping out of their comfort zone, because it's talking to people they don't know, it's building relationships. People like to build relationships, but they don't like to talk to people about a business where they may get rejection. They may have somebody say, oh no, I'm not interested in that. And then they can't handle that. That is why sales professionals are the highest paid people in industry, because they take that rejection. They're prepared to go knocking on doors or phoning people up or whatever, and they'll maybe phone 100 people to get 20 appointments, and they'll go to 20 appointments and they'll get another 15 no's, and they'll get 5 maybes that they'll follow up on, and of those 5 they'll maybe make 2 or 3 sales. But those 2 or 3 sales generate them huge income. But it's those numbers. Most people can't take, 90 plus rejections from people to make those 2 or 3 sales that make the big money. And it's the same sort of thing in building your network and building relationships. Okay, who else have we got in? We've got Kingsley in from Manchester. We got Sam in from Nigeria, Abuja. And we got Radio Parata from Puerto Rico. Okay, and we're done. And I've got no more questions, and I've covered everything. So there you go. It's up to you, folks. We will do everything we can to make the path as easy as we can make it. But you've got to walk it. There's no wheelchair that somebody's going to push you in all the way up the hill to the top of the mountain called success. It ain't going to happen, folks. You're going to have to get on your own 2 feet and keep walking, regardless of how steep it gets, regardless of what the weather is. Whether it's so hot that you're sweaty and uncomfortable, or chucking it down with rain, or it's snow, you're freezing cold, whatever. You just got to keep going through everything until you reach the point you want to be at. And then you can set another point and do it all over again. Okay, that's it from me today, folks. Everything is going well, but it's up to you guys personally to generate whatever you need in life. Okay, and really, that's happiness. And you can only do that by helping other people. So build those relationships and help the people. Okay, God bless. I'll be here tomorrow at 7 p.m. London time, streaming into Facebook group We Share Abundance Publicly and into YouTube. Until then, God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being We Share Abundance. And I love you all. And regardless of what I said, we will do everything we can to help you be successful, but we can't do it for you. Okay? See you tomorrow.